Coming festivities keep going, and it continues today on this Thursday with varsity soccer, the senior night against our arch rivals Conant.
Senior forward number 19, Kubala. And senior defender number 23, Brian Garcia.
This is the Grenadiers' last home game of the season, and the 38th ranked Grenadiers in the state, 370th nationally, are going to be facing the Conant Cougars, who are in a bit of a rough patch this season. They're 2-15 in all competitions, and they have struggled to get results. They're second from bottom in the league, and despite that, however, there's much to worry about from this Conant team. They're going to be expect them to play a very negative formation, a 5-1-2-1 but they just got two of their defenders back, and they're looking a little bit more dangerous. I'm Gabe Newman. Alongside me is
Edgar Rivera, and we're excited to join you this evening. Looking for a fantastic evening of soccer here with your Conant Cougars and Elk Grove Grenadiers.
Interesting to see if Elk Grove is going to start off on the attack, or maybe sit back and try and take control of the game. It seems as though Conant will probably try and soak up as much pressure as they can.
We thank you for joining us and being patient. We had quite the rain delay, so we have a little bit of a late start, but we're excited to share some awesome soccer here this evening with you all.
Søren Carpetian blows the whistle, and we are underway on senior night. A bunch of seniors playing in this game. No Patrick McKenna due to senior festivities, but I'd assume we'd see him at some point. The junior has 16 goals in all competitions this season, 9 assists, leads the way in both of those categories with the team.
Conant does come out playing a more defensive game, 5-3-2, while our home team, Grenadiers, is looking like a 4-4-4-2.
Martirano, and then Staniak. And Hans Espinoza, who got a run of games in the last couple of weeks and kept 2 consecutive clean sheets against some very tough teams. One is Christian Diaz, tries to play forward. Might have something here with...
Yeah, a little bit of sloppy game so far right now on both sides. Could be the wet field conditions. But we're looking to hopefully see some better soccer here as we move along.
It is, I don't believe it's raining right now, but it is very wet out there. It was a 40-minute rain delay that pushed this game's start time back nearly an hour.
We're 0-0 with the game 2 minutes in. Pretty even back and forth. Not much possession being established by either team.
Would you expect to see a little bit more from Elk Grove or Conant?
Yeah, I expect a little bit more.
This might be a chance for Conant.
Off the post. They had a good build up there for Conant. He's had some nice few combinations right there between I believe number 3.
Early chance for Conant. It's a corner.
That's not how we defend. It looks like we're going man-to-man defensively.
One is cleared, but not fully. And then a nice job there by Kubala. Flicked on by Diaz, but not far enough.
Conant looks like the better team right now. I think we just, Grove needs to slow down a little bit. Get their game going.
Kubala to Diaz, who could not outmuscle Rania.
It actually looks like Michael Mraz is starting in goal for the Grenadiers, number 0.
That's interesting. It was announced as Hans Espinoza, but
It might be a late change. Hopefully there's no injuries or anything like that.
yeah.
I tell you what, Adrian has come a long way. He's been playing varsity since his sophomore year here, number 13, playing center back. He's doing a really nice job for the Grenadiers. They've been real strong defensively this year.
He had a very nice assist in the 2 home games ago against Wheeling to set up Christian Diaz.
Same with Joey Blasco. He's been doing a nice job for us as a center defensive midfielder, holding down that center of the field.
There's a foul on Elk Grove, a handball, and
Oof,
taken quickly.
that's
Conant might have a chance. That's a great job. It's a great job by Staniak to get
I
rid of.
think if Elk Grove doesn't start to put things together, I think Conant's going to be the first one to score here.
They have to
The ball's been on this side of the field, the Grenadier side of the field, for a majority of the time since the game starts, about 5 minutes.
Here is Diaz trying to make up some plays.
There you go. Looks like they're going to start building out of the back. Nope. Playing a little direct right now for the Grenadiers. There we go. Hopefully we could see some building out of the back. Get back to the way they're normally playing.
Imagine if Grenadiers don't turn it around. At some point, you will see Patrick McKenna. He does so much for the Grenadiers in that final third. It's interesting, of course, because of senior night. He didn't get the nod, but any other time he probably would have. Fought with Mraz. He's doing a very good job there to put pressure on Conant.
Oh, that first touch. We got a first touch on the ball there for Christian Diaz. Has to have a little bit of a softer touch so we can get build up into the attack here. There we go. Looks like we're going to start building from the back. Grenadiers.
So if you were Coach Stavropoulos, what would you tell your team going into this game?
I think tell them a little bit to slow down a little bit. Build from the back, build up. See what we've got right here. We got a set piece. See what we got. It looks like we're pushing.
It's going to be Blasco standing over the ball.
Joey Blasco on the free kick here.
Trying to put a ball in.
And
it's just a little too
nice.
far. But
Goalie comes out, punches that ball out. Well done for the goalkeeper, Varun Mittal of the Conant Cougars.
the home game a week ago on Thursday was a 5-0 victory against Hoffman Estates.
Just to repeat the earlier announcement, we have a 2005 forward.
It was a game that Coach Stav said they played their most complete game, but he wanted to see him finish out the game and try and not play a back and forth game. But with 20 minutes left, they did exactly that. They sort of sat back and played Hoffman's game, even though they didn't concede. It was the second of 2 clean sheets for Hans Espinoza.
Michael Mraz, he's only a sophomore. Started last year as a freshman. Quite the responsibility.
Dangerous. Ooh.
Good clearance by Michael Mraz.
Maybe
for Elk Grove Grenadiers.
Maybe a little too dangerous for comfort.
Yeah, very direct coming for the Conant Cougars. Sends a lot of long balls. We're playing very direct into the Grenadiers half. That shot goes wide for Conant Cougar.
And goes behind. It's a
goal kick for Michael Mraz and the Grenadiers. With 32 minutes left in their first half, score 0. Grenadiers 0. Conant Cougars.
trying to keep more possession and see who breaks first and makes the first substitution. It is unlimited substitution, and Coach Stavropoulos uses that to his advantage, tries to get everyone playing time. His motto is, you get on the field by what you do on practice, and you stay on the field with what you do in the game. As McGarry was pulled back there, it's a free kick for Elk Grove, and maybe something maybe a set piece or something that they can try and turn the momentum a little bit. It's surprisingly.
Yeah, we're pushing up. It looks like we're keeping 2 back, getting up into sending that ball into the box. Hopefully create an opportunity here. Good clearance by the Conant Cougars. Set pieces are never fun for a team's defense. Dangerous.
It does help when you have size on your advantage, and especially for some of these center backs in this Conant team, they definitely do have that size advantage. See if
again very direct from you've seen a very direct game from Conant Cougars. Everything goes forward. Everything is going forward. There's no back. So
are you kind of surprised to see that given the formation they're playing?
Yes, very surprised. It's almost as if they're playing long ball into the Grenadiers' back half. It might work to their advantage. Might catch the Grenadiers off guard.
Definitely, Conant seems like the better team right now.
Yeah, very. Seems like there. Yep, there you go.
That's
okay. Well done by Adrian Stajanak.
When in doubt, get it out. That's what you're taught as a defender.
Again, it looks like Conant is pushing hard for a goal right here this half. We're 10 minutes in. Score 0-0 between Grenadiers and the Cougars.
Of course, with the senior night celebrations, there was every player got the chance to express their favorite memory. A lot of the memories was that PepsiCo tournament victory that they had a few weeks back, and that was such a bright spot for this program.
Ooh, that's a tough tackle. That could be a yellow card there for Joey Blasco, number 8. Tough challenge on Conant Cougar. I believe it's number 10, Adrian Ocampo. I believe he got the hard hit on him. Adrian Ocampo seems to be okay. He's up.
And Joey Blasco has never been one to shy away from a physical challenge, and he was just a little late there. Maybe got away with one a little bit, maybe.
Got lucky there. From up here, it was looked like a tough challenge to throw the ball.
Really let him know you're there. Ball in.
Set piece.
And that's easily caught from Miraz.
All right, here we go. Let's see if they play their game. It seems like we're little mistakes there. See, there we go. They're playing back a little bit now. We're trying to keep possession. Looks like we're gonna try and pull Conant, stretch them out a little bit. When they're playing 5 in the back, that's a big difference. You can't really penetrate when they have 5 in the back. So it looks like Elk Grove is starting to get a little bit of the rhythm in the game. Sending a through ball right there for number 11, Christian Diaz.
He's onside, and it's just a little too long. Great job by Mittal to get there. It was a good ball. And Diaz made an excellent run. He was onside, but it was just slightly too long.
Christian Diaz showing some speed.
He scored the only goal for this team in their 1-0 win against Palatine. 5 goals and the same amount of assists. This is definitely better from Elk Grove. You can see they're trying to adapt to the play style of Conant.
Yep. So now you see they're playing negative, which is kind of what you want to do. You want to stretch out the Cougars. You want to be able to find those channeled passes, the gaps right in the middle, right there, and build from there. Unfortunately, it's a bad first touch by number 23 of the Grenadiers,
That'd be Brian Garcia.
Wins it back, so it shows some good effort on winning the ball back. That's what you want to see in a soccer player. You know, they're going to make mistakes, going to make errors, but it's how they bounce back and how they get the ball back after losing it.
Something that's definitely...
We got looks like we got another long ball sending it deep into the Conant Cougars box, and we go short. Bad first touch.
Martirano takes a bit of a long first touch, gets the ball though.
And we got Kubala, who's got great skill, great footwork. Bad turnover though.
That's a great job winning that ball back from Mraz.
Yeah, see, there you go. I mean, again, just no need to go forward there. I believe
that'd be Martirano, number 5.
Joey Martirano. I think he realizes he made a mistake. No need to go forward right there. You're up. Again, if you look at that half, you have literally 8 players behind the ball for the Conant Cougars, which is very difficult to penetrate. We're 25 minutes left in the game.
In the first half.
First half, I'm sorry. It's 0-0 tie between the Grenadiers and the Cougars.
There's McGarry, and then Kubala, under some pressure, gets it back to Staniak.
You could hear the Grenadier coaches over there urging their players to slow things down and move the ball.
The faster the game goes, the more disadvantage Elk Grove really is at. You need to slow it down and make Conant incur some pressure.
And again, you got good defending one-on-one for Adrian Stajanak. He's doing a good job. It looks like we're going to have some substitutions. I believe it looks like we have McKenna coming into the game, so that should be a game changer here shortly. We'll see what we got. And it's going to be a goal kick.
Let's go behind.
It looks like we have junior Patrick McKenna coming into the game.
Number 9, Patrick McKenna.
And it was only a matter of time before we saw him.
Aaron Vasquez is a sophomore who is also a very skilled player. And it looks like you got one of the Aparicio brothers, Angel Aparicio, center defensive midfielder. I think we're going to see a change in the game.
Yeah.
See, you'll see the touches right there. The ball starts to move and flow a little bit.
Yeah, it was only a matter of time before McKenna got into this game, and looks like he's going to play a strike partnership with Christian Diaz. Try and get something going.
There we go.
These two have been very prosperous together.
Again, there you have Angel on the ball. He's very, very smooth. Rarely does he not connect his passes. There you go, and you start to see the build. There you go. It looks like we're going to start moving that ball here for the Grenadiers.
He's always up for playmaker. And here's Martirano.
I can see it coming right now.
Through Lasco.
Cross. I think it's going to be the first goal.
It is.
A goal, McKenna.
It's McKenna. He's offside.
It's called back. But you see that right away. Moments in, you get 3 subs. You get 3 young players, 2 sophomores in the game, and Patrick McKenna, who is could be the all-time leader for the Grenadiers this year, possibly, with goals.
Is definitely a better showing from Elk Grove as soon as they made those substitutions. The best soccer they've played yet so far. McKenna is always, he's a difference maker, says Coach Stavropoulos. You can see it just watching him.
So now you can see that the game's kind of the tide has changed a little bit. You see that the Grenadiers are now pushing and playing the ball, possessing the ball on the Cougars half. And that's what McKenna does. He does a little too much there from him.
Possessed.
So here we go.
Here is
Ooh,
just a little too long.
It was a good try for Brian Garcia. Made a good run.
It's just a little too long on there. But yeah, it's definitely better from the Grenadiers. I'd like to see.
Again, 0-0 with 22 minutes left in the first half.
I'd like to see Elk Grove try and nick a goal early, especially with how defensive Conant could be playing. This is on the far side. And has been stopped here. It's a free kick in favor of Conant. This team came off of a brutal run of fixtures, including that PepsiCo Tournament Cup Final. That Cup Final was their 6th game in 9 days, and they played Manuka, a very good team, and they battled back and forth. And the game went to penalties, and Elk Grove came out victorious.
All right, good clearance. Let's see what we're going to do here. Again, we'll see if we can build.
McKenna's got plenty of players to his left. Tries to play through Vasquez long, but it's just a little too long. That's well intercepted from Garcia.
So we can get some combination play here from the Grenadiers.
There's McKenna, and then Martirano.
Blasco. Back to McKenna. McKenna to Kubala. Will we create something? Maybe to Vasquez. Oh, it takes a shot. And it's blocked. Good block. It's hard to. Looks like the Cougars are parking the bus back there. It's just too many players back there and that on the defensive half.
Blasco tries to salvage the possession, but it goes as far as Martirano. And then that
gives the ball right back to the Cougars.
Did not curl as much as Martirano would have liked. Goes all the way back to Metal. About halfway through in this first half, it was the Cougars early, but since then, the momentum has definitely shifted to the Grenadiers on their senior night. Diaz chases this one down, but it's well defended by Conant. Maybe Diaz's throw. He gets it quickly to McKenna in space, and he's tackled, but
we got a foul there. That's going to be a set piece there.
Gonna be a chance for looks like it's gonna be Blasco try and curl one in, and maybe someone can get ahead to it. Blasco playing with some sort of medical apparatus on his face because of a broken nose he suffered against Barrington the day before the PepsiCo tournament final. And when is low
and a shot.
Diaz still there, not cleared away, and now finally it gets back. And now
Blasco, let's see what he's
Blasco, another chance, but it's too far, no one there. It's a goal kick, but a nice job.
Nice set piece. Everybody's thinking it's going to go over the top, and then plays a low ball into the Elk Grove Grenadiers.
Well, just got a bit of a piece of that ball. If he didn't get anything on it, it would have been much different. There's Baran, and that's a nice job
defensively.
Nice job defensively.
Looks like it was Vasquez.
By Joey Matus.
Oh, okay.
Try and break up any sort of a fast break. Looks like some fog has descended onto the field. Might have something to do with the weather conditions. It did rain earlier, and it's probably not ideal for running around. Probably not getting the best attraction.
This could be another set piece, sending it deep, long into. Could be dangerous.
That's well defended by Garcia, but not away yet, and it's finally cleared away. McKenna's going to get this one, and the Grenadiers could break the other way. McKenna stays with the ball. That's a nice job. He gets it forward to Diaz, but it doesn't get through to him, but it does get to Miraz. Vasquez.
There we go.
Through, and now with Blasco, just a little too short. And now maybe Conant the other way.
Almost. It's going to be hard for Conant to score with playing with only one target or one forward.
And that is with.
But they might have a chance right here.
Maybe.
Handball.
Oh, that
looks like
went
a
off his
handball
hand.
there. Could be intentional. And it's signaled as a corner.
Søren Karapetyan says it is not a foul.
Or handball in the box. But the Cougars with their first corner, I believe, or second corner of the game.
This is going to be curled in Right-footed by Takahashi. And that is
See,
well
we're
defended.
trying to clear this ball here. Good job by
Nice.
Adrian. Oh, a little too much.
Staniak.
Just gonna have to move the ball there.
That's a
Again,
great job to.
so Elk Grove is playing that direct game as well.
So
Playing long.
It's a
See,
great job
everything
by.
is going long.
Great job by Staniak back there to alleviate the pressure, and it seems like both teams want to take it to the opponent's throats.
Yeah, very, very direct. A little sloppy game. I don't know if it's the field. Could be the field's a little wet. But very, very direct back and forth. Not much build up for either team, for Grenadiers or the Cougars.
Well,
0-0. 16 minutes left in the first half.
This team doesn't have enough to hang their hat on. They also are the only team to score against Barrington and have the only ones to get, or not only ones, but definitely a very few bunch of teams to get a result out of a fixture against Barrington.
See if we
Glasgow.
can get some movement here. There you go. Good
That's
ball
a great
into
job.
McKenna.
McKenna could try a shot, and it
And it
is
goes wide.
just wide.
Looks like we're gonna get some more subs. Let's see what we got. See who we have coming into the game.
It's like 4 substitutions.
Yeah, I see a lot of our young players. I tell you what, the Grenadier soccer program is very bright. We have a lot of young players. I think everyone that's out there, minus 1 or 2, is returning next year for the Grenadiers, which is very exciting to see.
8 sophomores on this varsity team, and that is something that Coach Alex Stavropoulos really loves to see.
Grenadiers, number 7, Jared Aguirre, and number 14, Chris Gonzalez.
Chris Gonzalez makes his way onto the field. He was the Jersey Mike's Player of the Week a few weeks back after scoring against Wheeling, an absolute stunner, 20 yards out. No one expected it, and there it found itself in the back of the net.
Let's see what the Grenadiers can put together here with 14 minutes left in the first half. 2 seniors out there started the game with predominantly all seniors for the start of the game, since it is senior night. Now we have what it looks like to be 1 senior left in the game, that being number 5, Joy Martorano.
And Aguirre came in those substitutions as well to try and bolster that Grenadiers defense.
It's another player who's been on varsity since his freshman year, which was last year. Definitely going to be a difference maker for the Grenadiers. Let's see what kind of possession we have here coming out of the back for the Grenadiers.
Aguirre
bad
gives
turnover.
the ball away and then is able to get back to it. That's a great job to make up for his mistake. Aguirre was...
There we go. Let's see what we got.
Aguirre assisted McKenna for one of the
Ooh,
goals
it's a
in the
bad foul
PepsiCo
by-
tournament final.
Bad foul by Vasquez there.
It's a foul and a free kick, but nothing else. Dense fog has descended onto the fields to the left of the soccer field, and we saw some fog earlier, and we'll see if that affects the play at all. This game had to be pushed back due to the weather delay. And that one's pushed long. And here's Gonzalez. He just does not...
Junior
Not
Chris,
good enough
junior
on
for junior Christopher Gonzalez is a playmaker right there too.
Only 2 juniors on this team. One's McKenna and the other one is Gonzalez, and they're both exceptional playmakers. They get the ball rolling in that midfield and into the final third. There's a push and a Conant free kick. And the clock gets stopped here. And
Looks like Angel Aparicio is going to be given a warning. It could be for dissent, maybe talking back to the referee. That could be a distraction for the Grenadiers, as they need to keep their mind on the right page. Set.
High school refs are very much more strict on dissent, and they don't tolerate any bad language or anything as much as professional refs do. Game's hit a bit of a lull, but it only takes one fast break for either team to go up in front.
See, again, there's really no build-up right there for the Grenadiers. Just playing very, very direct, and as you can see for the Cougars as well, very direct. Not much build-up, not much happening for either the Grenadiers or the Cougars.
Do you think that has something to do with the Conant's 5 at the back?
I do. I believe that they're just trying to play defensive. There's a term we call parking the bus. It looks like they're just parking the bus back there, just not really trying to do much other than defend and send it long. Could work to their advantage. If Elk Grove Grenadiers push up, they could be caught in transition.
It's the Jose Mourinho classic, parking the bus.
Yeah. And you might get a cross out of this right here.
It
could be
is
dangerous.
Stay in. And
it's going to be a goal kick
back.
for Grenadiers.
That's a good job. And Rose is going to...
Got substitution.
For the Cougars, number 4, Luis Dominguez.
Luis Dominguez, Jr. for the Cougars coming in. Looks like he's going to be playing left back.
Conant's the only one to make substitutions there. And we get on with the game. It's Aghieri with McKenna, who's dropped so far back trying to make plays happen.
If you notice, you get 3 guys around McKenna at all times.
He still finds space, McKenna.
There you go. Could find something here.
That's misplayed by that Conant defense.
There you go. That's the game that I'm talking to you about. They slow things down. They wanna stretch Conant. They want to stretch the Cougars so they can find the gaps there.
Narderano
probably
had
find
space,
some combination play.
It was quickly swallowed up. He gets the ball back and
Yeti.
Went in for a awkward slide, but nothing happened, and then he wound up getting the ball
to McKenna again.
McKenna.
Just gotta. There you go. And that's kind of what I was talking to you about a little bit earlier. They're gonna have to stretch out the Cougars in order for them to have any type of success in this game. They have 7, 8 players behind the ball at all times behind the half. So here we go, though. We got Kubala.
Kubala.
Sophomore.
He's got a chance to play through, but tried to play through like Gonzalez maybe, but it was not successful. Trying to build up some stuff. Maybe not.
I think that's Jonathan Menares. Another. He's sophomore. Lots of speed, a lot of talent for Jonathan Menares. We'll see what we got. That's another long ball.
Gonzalez is just a little too long.
Very easy for Varun Mittal from Conant Cougars to make that save. Once again, 0-0 with 9 minutes left in the first half. I'm a little surprised, I'll be very honest with you, with the score right now. I honestly thought that it might be in favor of the Grenadiers by now, but they can't seem to find those gaps and execute some of those plays.
It was against Schaumburg as well. They just could not find a way to poke through that Schaumburg defense.
And that final third, you need to have that. You really need to have that combination play. Ooh,
Aparicio.
Again, that's going to be a card for Angel Aparicio. He's going to probably have to be subbed out.
Aparicio sees yellow. He was already on a warning. And
too many touches on that ball there for Angel. He should have released it. He did a good job of winning the ball, taking it towards the middle. He should have released that ball a little bit sooner.
Back for the Grenadiers, number 8, Joey Blasco.
Blasco makes his way back on after.
Also on the field for the Grenadiers, number 16, Johnny Moncaraz.
Also makes his way on. About 8 minutes left, and still. There's been a few chances, but none good enough to tip the scoreline. It's going to be a ball in from Conant, and well defended, but not all the way. And
they're just looking for one opportunity there, Conant Cougars, and That's
This
all
is
they
a ball
need.
in. It's
That's a
through and it's in.
goal.
It's in.
As I mentioned, they're just looking for that one ball, catch the Grenadiers off guard, and there you go. Now you have a 1-0 Conant Cougar lead.
Looked like it was Sogo Arkawa who put that in. It was a tap in, but it was
Conant goal scored by number 7, Sogo Arakawa.
it was a lapse in defense almost. That ball should not have gotten through low, and
Looks like we have, it was just some bad defending there on the back post by our senior Joey Martirano. He's been playing pretty much the entire half, maybe some tired legs there.
see how that changes the tide of this game. If Conant sit back more, if Elk Grove try and press more, and we'll see.
There you go. They might be just, again, trying to play some of those through balls and using some speed up top to get through. We'll see how the Grenadiers bounce back.
That's the Grenadiers number 23, Brian Garcia. Entering the first time, number 22.
The Grens have had
Aparicio.
no problem bouncing back so far this season. They have had to come back from a lot of adversity in so many different games, and
I do believe they have talent. This is not a good time to not be clicking as we head into the end of the season and playoffs.
And this is the last league game of the season for Elk Grove. The teams below them have games at hand, and that goes out behind for a corner. Coach Tarepla said that one of the main goals for this team was to finish in the top half, and if they get 3 points today and Buffalo Grove does not win out, they will achieve that. So it's very important that they can find a way to squeak out at least 2 goals here, and if not more. And
it looks like they're going to go short on the corner here for the Cougars. See if they can be creative, swing the ball in, catch the Grenadiers off guard. Good clearance there
swung in
by Chris Aparicio.
And Conant,
and
definitely
again.
a better team.
Whoa,
It's
almost
a nice job by Morose. He
Nice.
almost spilled it a little bit, but he was able to get it away from that Conant threat. That's too long.
That ball is not going to work well for Jonathan Menares. He's not very tall, and as a target there, the ball needs to be played to his feet for him to be successful there. Number 16, Jonathan Menares.
He scored the decisive pen in that PepsiCo tournament final that won them a boatload of Pepsi to be sprayed on each other. There's Gonzalez.
That's the best thing about Chris Gonzalez. He will slow things down, and he doesn't need to go forward every single time. That's what you want out of center midfielder. We go deep into the Conant half, and let's see what the Grenadiers can create. Chris has the ball again.
Gonzalez.
And good defending there by the Cougars.
Loses possession there. There's Aguirre. Blasco.
Blasco, see if he can be creative.
Himself.
You see he's got his head up. You see
He's
him,
got
Menares right there.
Menares to his right. Tries to get it back to Blasco, but it's not on target.
And you see him getting back. See Menares getting back on defense.
And that's a great job. It's a great
He
job by
has
Menares.
some speed there, so let's see what we can do there for the Grenadiers. Kubala on the ball. Kubala finding McKenna. McKenna's going to try and go one-on-one. That's what he's good at. He's going to maybe cross that ball, and I say it's a goal for...
in.
Ooh, good
It
try.
is
It's
behind.
wide. Good try. That's what you want to see from your best playmaker on the Grenadiers.
Goes behind for a goal kick.
Returning into the Cougar number 20, Carson Hagler.
The reason Conant is always such a big rivalry game is because they always draw so many players and athletes from Elk Grove to all their different sports. Carson Hagler is also falls into that category. Here's McKenna.
All right, let's see. It looks like we're going to try and build in their half. Chris with the ball, plays centrally to Blasco. Blasco's going to try and fly wide. Good defending. Again, you see there's only one player for the Cougars up top, number 11, playing nice and high. I believe that's Carson Belcher Jr. for the Conant Cougars. Only one playing up top. while everybody else is back behind the
No.
ball. And we got Blasco might take a
has
shot. And
And
it's a goal! We got a goal by Joey Blasco Sr.
Joey Blasco tried to find a play to make, but he could not find an open man, so he decided to just take a shot himself, and it was well placed, and it's an equalizer for Elk Grove. That's a nice job.
What a nice finish. What a great opportunity for him on senior night. Joey Blasco, his clutch comes through to give the Grenadiers a tie. We are 1-1. Elk Grove Grenadiers 1, Conant Cougars 1 with 3 minutes and 25 seconds left in the first half.
And that's a much-needed goal for Elk Grove. You wouldn't expect them the way they've been playing. Maybe they should not have that goal yet, but that's a nice job.
I think that shot was probably like from 30 yards out. That's another way to score against a team that's playing 5 in the back. You got to take shots from out deep. You're not going to be able to penetrate, so you're going to have to start taking some shots from the outside.
Very similar.
Test the goalie, right? We've got to test Varun Matal, see what he's got. And he almost got his hands on that one, but it was a nice strike, nice and low. Skipped a little bit on the turf with the wet grass or wet turf.
Picked up speed a little bit, and here's another ball in, and it's just not found the right head.
Again, only one player up for the Cougars, if you see. There you go, and we'll see what kind of build-out we have for the Grenadiers. There you go. You just see them connect those passes, you know. It's just, if you look around, it's all about triangles. The game of soccer is all triangles. If you look all around the field, you'll see there's either a diamond or a triangle, and that's pretty much what you want out of a good team. You want to see those combination plays. That's how you're successful.
Blasco just a little too long for Chris Aparicio. That goes out, and it is in favor of Conant.
I think that's a bad call. It was definitely from up here. It looked like it was off of one of the Conant Cougars.
Sai Patel in the mix.
Coming down in the last 2 minutes of the first half, what are your thoughts on the game so far?
I think it's been very even, all things considered, in terms of there's been stretches where Elk Grove's had some good play, and then there's been stretches where Conant's had some good play, and so it'd be interesting to see who's the happier of the two managers.
Yeah, I think we might get another opportunity here. Again, you see they all collapse on McKenna. McKenna plays wide to Aparicio. Oh, and there we go, back to
McKenna stays with it, and he's going to play through.
To Chris.
Gonzalez.
Goal!
It's in!
Goal!
Chris Gonzalez nets his 3rd of the season on a great pass from Patrick McKenna.
I called that. You could just see it. You see the build-up, you know, and whenever the ball is in McKenna's feet, you know something's going to happen. It's a great goal there for the Grenadiers. We're 2-1. Elk Grove 2, Conant 1.
That was not exactly the 20-yard screamer he had against Wheeling, but it's definitely much needed, a very good goal, and that is exactly what Coach Stavropoulos would like to see from his resilient men. We talked about earlier how they'd have to come back from adversity and how they'd done that, and they have done that right now at least.
It looks like this is their best 11, if you ask me. You could just definitely see the difference in the game, right? It looks like they're just knocking that ball around. I mean, Conant really doesn't have an answer right now. They're just completely possessing the ball, slowing things down.
Yes. With Conant trying to
play very
slow
direct.
the game down, maybe. Now Conant's probably the ones trying to slow the game down, because in a blur they've lost their lead. That's a nice job by Aparicio to try and get rid of that mistake he made on that first touch. Well, that's a great job by
Blasco again. It looks like he's the man of the half for first half. I'd have to give it up to senior Joey Blasco. He's playing his heart out.
And that concludes the first half. It's been back and forth, but definitely in the last 10 minutes it was all Elk Grove, and the scoreline reflects that. It's Elk Grove 2, Conant 1. We'll step away for halftime and we'll be back shortly.
All right, we are back for the second half of the Grenadiers versus Cougars. Elk Grove Grenadiers, Conant Cougars. We are 2-1 in favor of the Grenadiers, home side, Elk Grove Grenadiers.
And as we kick off here, I'd like to remind you that EGTV is broadcasting the next two and final two football games of home football games of the season for Elk Grove. They take on Prospect tomorrow in the homecoming game, and then Rolling Meadows the following Friday. You can catch them both right here on EGTV.
We'd like to welcome you back for the second half of this game. My name is Edgar Rivera.
And I'm Gabe Newman. And it was an interesting first half. Obviously, Coach Stavropoulos would probably be the happier of two managers. But what do you think he's probably saying to his players in the interval?
I think he's telling them to slow things down a little bit, and you can see that right here. You could look at they're swinging, they're knocking the ball around. Again, you can see it right there. Looks, I'm sure he was telling them, we got the lead. Let's just secure the lead. Let's keep the ball. Let's not force it. It looks like Conant is actually pushing up maybe a little bit. It looks like they're playing four in the back, and that's it. McKenna.
He plays
one-on-one.
He's got a chance, and it's over
the goal. Good try.
I didn't think he was going to be able to catch up to that, but he did, and he got a touch to it. But he could not whip it over Varun Mittal's head. So it goes wayward, but
let's see what we have here on a goal kick. Let's see how important it is to win the first and second ball. Let's see if the Grenadiers. There you go. Let's see what we have now.
Right to Chris Gonzalez, and gets it to McKenna, who then gets it to Brian Garcia.
Brian Garcia to Aguirre.
Again,
you hear the coach. You hear the coach tell him to find those gaps. You hear coach.
Oh, that's a mistake there, and it could be a chance for Conant the other way. And that's a great job. That's Adrian Medina who checked into the game at halftime, and Miraz is able to scoop up the remains. McKenna.
All right, here we go. We got the older of the two. Oh no, actually that's Miraz right there.
Gustav Miraz is
a little too much.
Able to keep it
a little too much there for Miraz, the older of the two Miraz brothers. Just too many touches there. You're winning 2-1. Keep the ball. You don't need to go forward. Keep that possession.
There are 3 sets of brothers on this team, and that's part of the reason Coach Stavropoulos said that they're so close, because they are literally a family. You got the Miraz brothers, you got the Apricio brothers, and you have the Kubala brothers.
You hear coach. You can hear all the way up here. Coach is saying movement. He's asking them to move.
McKenna, that's out off of McKenna. And he tried to bluff it, but was not able to get the call of free Carpetian. Definitely slowing the game down for sure.
There you go.
Diaz.
Senior Diaz checks back into the game. It's half.
McKenna just not able to get up there. Might have taken a deflection, but is still Conant's ball.
Let's see if the Grenadiers and the Cougars can create some more opportunities here the second half.
If it's anything like the first half, it's going to be a dandy to watch.
There you go. Once again, it looks like the Grenadiers are trying to build.
Aghieri. It's a little too long for Diaz, and then it's wonderfully cleared away all the way back down.
See what Miraz
is going to be able to.
Oh, turnover.
Oh, that's a bad first touch, and Conant's got to make their own breaks, and they caught a break there almost. They could have tried to turn it into something, but they were not able to capitalize on a Miraz ball that he probably should have put somewhere else.
A lot of ball in the air. You notice the ball's up and off the ground quite a bit. It's not what you really would
Elk Grove.
expect.
Oh, they had an attacking position for a second, but well defended. Allows that Conant back 5 to get behind the ball and defend.
Here we go. Let's see if we get some combination play here. That's the only way you're going to be able to penetrate this defense. They're all behind the ball. Look at it. You see that. And a good shot.
It's shot
Outside.
and that's
Save.
right at Rune Metal. It's never a bad idea to go for those once in a while. Always want to make sure the goalkeeper isn't sleeping. Just under 5 minutes gone in the second half. It's a goal advantage for Elk Grove, 2-1. And that one is not going to be one that Aparicio can catch up to.
Oh, there you got that long ball again. They're going to try and penetrate. Well defended there by Aguirre. Sophomore.
Aguirre gets it to McKenna.
There you go. Now that's the thing. Now just swing the ball around the back. That's all you have to do right now. They're up 2-1. No need. Other than this is when you wanna tire out the opponent. You want to keep the ball moving, build, create some opportunities. That's the only way you're gonna be able to stretch them. There you go. Again, you'll see knocking that ball around.
He's got Garcia on his near side, and he finds him.
There's Diaz.
He's in some space, keeps the space. And now with Gonzalez, he's got in front of him McKenna. Could be profitable, but
ball there. Really not to anyone there.
Not McKenna's greatest ball, and it goes out. McKenna trying a good throw in. It's a nice job. Good.
There you go.
Good to his defenders.
It's a bad ball there. Let's see what we got here. Grenadiers are looking for another goal. They continue to play direct and try and get another shot on goal. Create another opportunity.
Do you agree with that sort of play, or would you rather see them sit back a little more?
I would say it's good to keep them on their toes, but when you're winning 2-1, you want to tire, like as I mentioned earlier, you want to tire that other team out. You need to keep possession. You need to build, make them run, make them chase. That's the game of soccer, especially when you're winning.
Conant has not got nearly the strength that Elk Grove has on their bench.
Again, too much dribbling there. Again, by Miraz, just unneeded, not unnecessary dribbling there for him. Move the ball. That goes off one of the players for Conant Cougars.
It's a wonderful job
for
by
Grenadiers.
Gary there. He forced them off the ball and then was able to win possession.
Back to the Grenadiers, number 8, Joey Blasco.
Here we go. I think that was the playmaker of the first half. Had the first goal for the Grenadiers. Senior Joey Blasco enters the game.
Definitely a big factor of
Ooh.
Grenadiers' success so far this season. I mean,
not where you want to give a foul when you're up 2-1, right at the 25-yard line. Could be a dangerous play. Let's see how Elk Grove lines up. It looks like they're holding the 18. Let's see what Miraz does.
That's in.
And what a
it's
save.
A wonderful save. Michael Miraz, full extension, able to catch that. It was deflected. He's able to defend his net.
All right, let's see what we can do here. Again, a lot of balls in the air. You're not going to do much with soccer when the ball is up in the air. The ball is not meant to be up there. You got to move the ball on the ground. There you go. You hear Coach Staff saying, let's keep our heads. Let's keep our heads. He looks a little sloppy this half right now. Kind of how they started the first half for the Grenadiers.
Maybe the weather is turning a little bit. There was a dense fog that laid down on the first half. And McKenna, and here's Gonzalez. He's tripped up, and that's a foul.
Yeah, if I was Coach Staff, I'd be telling my players to take 2-3 touches max. Just move the ball. Looks like they're taking a little too many touches right now at the time. and they don't need to get injured. There's no need for that, and then the conditions can lead to that.
Gustav has always had a love for the game of soccer. He played it ever since he could walk. He still plays, and even had a game yesterday that he played in. And he has very high standards for his young team. Always tries to get the best out of them. And like I said earlier, the Grenadiers will hold their 6th position in the league regardless of the result, but if they can get a win, that would put them very well towards finishing in the top half of the table over Buffalo Grove. And just how special of a player is Patrick McKenna?
Back to the Grenadiers, number 22, Chris
A lot of potential. He's great. He's strong.
Checking in for the Cougars, number 15,
He's
Josh
got
Morrison.
quick feet. Very, very good technically. Very good shot. Hit both feet. He's a playmaker. He's been on varsity since his freshman year, so the game has become a little bit easier for him. He's grown up a little bit. Probably shot up 6-7 inches since his freshman year. So we got deadly ball into the box. See what happens.
That's easily scooped up by Miraz, and
they build out of the back again, which is what you want to see out of a good team. But turnovers there might cost the Grenadiers in this game.
Another one, and
see what kind of defending we got.
Oh, that's wonderful. Ooh, maybe tripped up a little bit on the back end of that tackle, and it
There
will
we
be.
go. They play quick.
Groves
They play quick.
played the free kick quickly, and
Again.
just too long for
Unnecessary.
Glasgow.
Unnecessary balls that are being played right now. Again, they should be looking for those quick short passes, quick 1-2 combination plays, building it up. Got to find the gaps. See. Again, balls in the air. It's gonna be difficult for the players to control that ball.
Stoppage of play.
Looks like we have an injured player. It looks like it's one of the Kubala brothers. It looks like it's Casper Kubala who got a little knock there in previous play. And it looks like his brother, Casper, is checking in, or Kuba Kabala is checking into the game for the Grenadiers. We are 2-1 in favor of the Grenadiers with 27 minutes left in the second half.
Just under 20 minutes left. It's imperative that the Grenadiers take control of the game even more than they already have. One's played long.
It's a nice
Might
long
be
ball
a
there.
chance for Diaz.
He's got some
Diaz
wheels.
is-
And a penalty.
he's taken down
It's going
in the
to be a
box.
box. It looks like we have
No
a PK.
hesitation for Søren Kapetian. It's a spot kick for the Grenadiers. That was a good long ball for
Happy.
Diaz.
The Conant Cougar coach is not happy with this decision. Not happy with the call, but from up here, looks like a clear penalty. And
Diaz,
we have Diaz taking this.
Diaz won it, and he'll take it. Not the team's usual penalty taker. It's usually McKenna, but it
See if he
is
buries
Diaz. And he scores! Top corner, unsavable for Varane Metal.
Yeah.
Christian Diaz nets himself a goal, and Elk Grove have a very crucial insurance goal.
There we go. And your two seniors give a bow. It looks like these two seniors are leading the team today, I would say. What are your thoughts?
I definitely think that Joey Blasco has for most of the season been a leader of this team, and Diaz, especially late in the season, has stepped up, and this has always been next man up. You have an injured Conant player, and a yellow card's been pulled out for Christian Diaz on a late challenge, and so about 5 seconds after burying a penalty, he's going to have to be subbed off. Adam Kingery will come on in his place. That was a much-needed insurance goal for Elk Grove. And Adam Kingery comes on, who maybe has not gotten the recognition he deserves. He's had a very fine season. 6 goals this season, 4 assists, scored the last-minute winner in the team's 3-2 win versus Chicago Washington in the earlier rounds of the PepsiCo tournament, and then scored the equalizer against Schaumburg, which led to a William McGarry overtime winner.
And we're really excited about him here for the Grenadier program. He played football last year as a freshman, and so we're very lucky and excited to have him be on the varsity soccer team. And if you want to talk about speed, that boy right there has some speed, and that's hard to find. He flies.
Do you know what position he played? I didn't know that.
He was a running back for the freshman, I believe. I could be wrong, but I do know that he played football last year for the Grenadier football program and was a running back, I believe. But chose to join the soccer program and made the varsity team, and he's contributing. I know Coach Stav and all the coaches we're happy and excited for him. I believe he does play club soccer for. I could be wrong. I don't want to overspeak, but I do believe he played at some point for Soccers FC, which is a very well-known soccer program here in Chicagoland area, usually top in the country.
It's definitely a high pedigree. And Conant is... It's surprising, even though they're down 2 goals, they're still not committing too much to the attack. They're still keeping their defensive shape, which is a little surprising. I'd probably expect them to change their formation by now, no?
Yeah, it looks like, it looks like they have 5 in the bag. It seems like they kind of still have that one player up high. There you go again, finding those channels that we call them. And too many touches, Kubala. You need to move the ball. You need to take 2 touches. McKenna with the ball.
McKenna.
He's dangerous with the ball always. 2 touches. Let's see what we got.
McKenna, Kingery.
Dummies the ball. Paparizio outside wide.
Paparizio decides
Blasco
not to cross, and instead now with Kingery, and loses the ball there. Gets it to that one high player for Conant. And Elk Grove wins the ball back. It's pretty easy to... It's pretty hard to fast break when you've only got one player in a high position. This is Garcia, plays through quickly. Vasquez is not on target. And that is well defended. And that is too far.
Too much for Blasco there. There you go. You can hear Coach Stops yelling at them, telling them to get their shape, keep their shape.
Looks like McGarry's going to come back on and
give McKenna a break.
And McKenna's going to come off, so let's see if it's pretty hard to replace McKenna, but we'll see how well William McGarry does.
And I know he's playing on a little bit of a sore ankle there, McKenna, so it might be good for him to take a little break. Appears he was injured the last game, got a little tweak in his ankle, so I'm glad to see him back out here contributing. So just looks like a minor injury.
McGarry was Coach Storopoulos was asked about that William McGarry winner against Schaumburg, and he said it was good to have the role players step up, and he's just a good guy. You couldn't help but feel happy for him.
There you go. They're moving the ball now. That's exactly what you need.
Garcia.
You got the 1-2 touch. There you go. Playing
That's
wide.
Long. Vasquez just a little too long, and Conant's able to win a goal kick from that.
Elk Grove Grenadiers 3, Conant Cougars 1.
23 and a half minutes left to go in this game, and if you're Coach Stavropoulos, you are thrilled with this team, and you just want to see him maybe move the ball around a little more and potentially maybe open up Conant for either a fourth or at least tire them out and avoid conceding again. Interesting to see when the Grenadiers wake up tomorrow where their state rank will be. Right now they're ranked 38 in the state, and as soon as the playoffs start, they're going to bye in the first round and need 7 wins to win the whole thing. Definitely is easier said than done. A stoppage of play. And Søren Karpetian is going to have a word with Peter Cerebro. Write something down in his notepad, maybe just a warning.
Looks like a yellow card. Players exiting the field, so it might have been.
Oh, I did not see
a
the
yellow card. I believe.
And Peter Cerebro of Conant is definitely frustrated with that. Move on and
move
the
the ball. He's got to move the ball. There you go.
Grenadiers are trying to close this game out. McGarry is tackled, and the throw goes in favor of Elk Grove.
You remove a few key pieces for the Grenadiers, and it looks like they start to struggle a little bit with the possession of the ball. McKinnon does play a big integral part of this team and their chances that are created. So you hear the coach yelling feet. You hear the coach yelling feet, and it's not happening. Can't blame the Cougars either. They're sticking to their game plan. They're playing defensive. They're playing strong. We have a corner here. Let's see how the Cougars defend.
It's going to be.
Looks like the Grenadiers are pushing 8 forward for the corner.
Gonzalez stands.
Keep an eye on Blasco making that run. I could see Blasco making a run.
Curled and left-footed. Gonzalez, not the first head to it as the Grenadiers. That goes all the way back. And able to just kept in and now finally out. And Conant is very frustrated with Luis Dominguez, who sent that ball out. Just a lot of frustration overall in this. With the team wearing white. Oh, that's a wonderful ball. Adam Kingery. He's made a good run. Ball through, and it's just a little too long for McGarry, but he keeps it alive. William McGarry. And it's back to Brian Garcia.
Ooh, that's a dirty challenge. That's a straight. You heard that.
It did not look
like
good.
A red card to me.
Here.
No, it's going to be a yellow. That's a straight leg. Cleats up.
And Brian Garcia is in some pain.
He's crying down there. You heard that all the way up here. I don't know about that challenge. For me, that's a straight red card for me.
It did not look very
Number
good.
23 for the Cougars, A.J. Barron Jr. Yeah, legs up, cleats up. That's a dirty challenge in my eyes. It's unfortunate. Hopefully player's okay.
Yeah. You hope for Brian's safety at this point.
You see Mr. Paul Kelly, school principal of Elk Grove High School down there, too, attending to him. So hopefully it's nothing serious.
That was a very late challenge as well, not to mention with the suds up. And then when you're a defender, they teach you, that's one of the first things they teach you is not to do that. You can seriously injure someone if you tackle with the cleats up. And now Coach Stavropoulos runs the length of the field to the near side where Brian Garcia is still down. ended too. The clock stopped with 20 and a half minutes to go, just north of the halfway point of the second half, and Elk Grove is up 3-1. And what do you think of their performance so far?
I think it's been pretty solid, a little inconsistent, but it's been like that for both teams. I don't know, a late start of the game or maybe just the conditions. Maybe it's a little wet. You can't really tell from up here how the field is. It looks like it might be a little damp, which should definitely take effect on the first touch.
Man, this is not a good sign. Brian Garcia's, they're bringing the card out for him, so that's never a good thing to see.
I'm just gonna hope that he's okay.
He gets a lot of minutes in this Elk Grove defense, and
yeah, I don't know about that challenge. Looks like he's gonna be helped up. Hopefully he's okay. And the crowd gives him a round of applause for being able to get up.
I couldn't tell if he was able to put. I couldn't really see which leg it was that he had.
Looks like it's his left leg. He's a left-footed player too, so hopefully he's going to be okay. He's a left-footed player. Looks like he injured his left foot. Hopefully everything's okay.
Well, the show must go on, and the cart's gonna wheel off, and hopefully he's gonna be okay. Jimmy Blasco stands over the ball, and we'll see just how many players Elk Grove commits forward for either a set piece or just a ball in, trying to get ahead to it, which they have not been able to do the greatest job of doing so far.
There we got a set piece here for the Grenadiers. It looks like Blasco's over the ball. See what we got two on the wall for the Cougars. See if he's gonna try and put this on goal on the frame, or if he's going to try and dump it in and get someone behind that at the far post. See what we have.
Blasco,
Yeah,
right-footed, ball in, and it's
post.
punched
Nice
away. Punched away by Metal.
Gives us
That's
another
gonna
corner.
be
Another set piece for the Grenadiers.
corner. Gonzalez is on corner duty as long as he's out there, and
Makina and Aguirre return for the Grenadiers.
it's interesting. Makina back in, and it looks like he's gonna be the one to take the
Corner kick. Yeah.
and Chris Gonzalez is gonna make way for the other junior, Makina.
Uh-oh, nice set piece. Aguirre might be dumping it far post.
Ball
And-
in. It's well defended by Conant, but not fully. It's Aparicio.
There you go. Bumps into
McKenna.
McKenna. I can see McKenna pulling it from here. Yep. And he's going
He
to
takes a shot.
Goal!
It's in!
Did I not call it?
Patrick McKenna, far post, unsavable for Metal. Who else?
4 goals today after a slow start. We got 4 goals for the Grenadiers. We're winning 4-1 versus the Conant Cougars. I just get excited when he gets the ball. You can just feel it. You know something's gonna happen when McKenna gets the ball.
You can't ever leave Patrick McKenna in space, because that is exactly what he's gonna do to him. He nets his 17th goal of the season, and
17. That's fantastic. That's a lot. That's a lot. I mean, that kid has a bright future.
do you happen to know what the record is? I mean, he's got to be getting close.
Off the top of my head, I know that it's close, but I don't know. I just know that it's close, and he's doing a fantastic job. He's not a selfish player either. So, but yeah, he's just a player that just we like to say he finishes his opportunities. Don't give him any room, because he's gonna put one in on the back of the net. So.
The sharpshooter, playmaker, you could go on and on about describing him. He reminds you maybe of a little bit like Harry Kane, maybe. He always drop back and not selfish, always able to distribute.
Go long here with for the Cougars.
Oh, that's a great job by.
Let's see what kind of game we play now. If we try and get, this is a time when you want to knock the ball around. You really don't have to go forward. Let's see if they, they should be knocking the ball around right now. They're up 4-1. Maybe knock it around. Maybe give some of their subs some time.
4-1 was the score of the Wheeling game 2 weeks ago. If this result sticks, it'll be much appreciated for everyone involved for Elk Grove. It was interesting because McKenna came off, maybe trying to get him some rest. You mentioned maybe a bum ankle, but then he comes back on, and within a minute, nets the Grenadiers their 4th goal. He's going to travel harmlessly to Miraz. He'll pick it up. With all the chaos, it's 4-1 now, Elk Grove, with 17.5 minutes to go in the game. On senior night, their final league fixture of the season and final home game as well.
If you hear the coaches now, just tell them, just move the ball. Well, they go long to Vasquez. Vasquez has some wheels, so
speed, but he's able to catch up to it.
Gets around.
Aaron Vasquez
gets a corner kick.
It's a great tackle. It looks like maybe Peter Cibro.
Looks like exactly. Caden Ryan, maybe sophomore for the Cougars. We have another set piece here, corner kick for the Grenadiers. 16 minutes left in the game. Grenadiers winning 4-1 versus Conant Cougars. See if we get another one here.
McKenna curled in right-footed. It's just
too long off of Blasco's head. It's a throw-in for the Cougars.
Back to Cougars number 5, Peter Thibault.
Interesting to see what they do here, because their last home game against Hoffman, the 5-0 victory, they pretty much sat back and parked the bus in the last 20 minutes. And
sure, for the Cougars, number 24,
Coach Savopoulos would not want to see that again. Interesting to see what the tactics are for closing out this game. And that's
McKenna's all the way back in.
McKenna will.
He's all over the place right now. It looks like he's playing a little more centrally in a center mid role or false 9. It looks like false 9 position.
Vasquez is not able to get up there, and it could be a chance for Conant.
He goes
for a long shot, and it splits the football uprights, but is over for a goal kick. You can see Michael Miraz's signal. It's good. Now back to Martirano, who's made his way back on. Cleared into the night sky by Michael Miraz. And Hansa Espinosa was supposed to start this game, but a last-minute switch put Michael Miraz in between the sticks. Hopefully it's nothing injury-related. Elk Grove content with knocking it around. They're up 3 goals, doing what you were suggesting that they do.
Yeah, just keep the ball. Oh, bad first touch there.
And Martirano knows that. He's very, very intelligent defender. Martirano might be a chance for Conant. It's just wide.
Number 7 for the Cougars. Sogo Arakawa is quite the player up top. He's all by himself, but he's dangerous.
Arakawa was Conant's goal scorer in the first half.
He's a senior. Be curious to see if he's furthering his soccer playing days at a university or two-year college. He's a good player up there for the Conant Cougars. Can't do really too much when you're up there by yourself, though, so can't blame them.
The Cougars have had they've had their struggles in the final third. They really struggled to score goals, but they're try to just defend and then maybe smash and grab and get one, but that plan did not work out today. They find themselves trailing by 4-1 with just a little bit over 13 minutes to go.
That's a foul there on against Blasco. Looks like the player jumped on top of his back.
Interesting. At the top of the table, it's
looks like they're going for another goal here. So
at the top of the table, it's Fremd and Barrington. And if Fremd win tonight, they claim the league title. As this one is dangerous for Conant, but cleared away, but not fully. And now Conant able to maintain possession. About that Fremd game.
So, as I mentioned, that's the only way they're going to create opportunities if they stretch the Cougars. But it looks like we're going to go long again. McKenna's back in the game, and it looks like you have Jonathan Menarez there, 16. He has some speed there.
It seems like Elko's plans in the final third are to get the ball to a playmaker like McKenna or Gonzalez, and then use the speed of Kingery or Menarez to create some space and make runs in behind the defense.
Again, there you go. I tell you, that player is dangerous there for Conant. They can't give him too much room, so I get it with a nice stop there.
It's pretty easy when you're playing 4 at the back to stop if there's only one coming at you.
There's little Menarez. He can play a give and go.
But,
oh, too much.
McGarry is just a little too late to that, and he's not expecting the ricochet to come off him.
Move the ball now. Just keep the ball, keep the possession, keep the ball moving. There you go. Work the ball as you hear Coach screaming. Work the ball.
Oh, one player probably got hit in the...
Looks like he got hit in the stomach or yeah. We got the wind knocked out of him there.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's okay.
It's AJ Barron who was writhing in pain, but he looks like he's better now, so maybe just... He does make his way off the field, though, so they are going to substitute him out. To walk around the field to the far end.
Tyler Condren back in for the Cougars.
We're approaching the 11th minute mark for the second half. Let's see if we can get Grenadiers. We'll get another one. That's Kubala there, sophomore.
He's able to force his hand and keep
the ball. So let's see what we got going here. Oh, nice footwork there by Christoph Baricio.
There's a ball in. McGarry! Oh, it's a flailing attempt by Menarez. And he just could not get anything on that.
That's a sophomore to sophomore connection. I'm excited to see that in a couple of years, what that's going to be like. I'm telling you, the young Grenadiers are fun to watch. We have a lot of excitement here.
Well, there might be a yellow card here. Yeah, there is for... Looks like McKenna.
McKenna gets cautioned. Yeah, it looks like...
It was a pullback. Might have been for stopping a counterattack and taking one for the team there.
Back to the Grenadiers, number 14, Curtis.
This could be dangerous. This could be dangerous for the Grenadiers here. You know, Conant playing the ball into the box. Let's see.
McKenna makes his way off and might not see him again in this game. Just trying to avoid an injury, maybe. That one's in, and Elk Grove got the
clearance.
first head to that. Conant maintains possession though, and Elk Grove's just not able to get the ball off of him, and finally they do. Oh, that's a nice job there. And it could be
Go
the
Mirage.
other way.
Mirage should be taking the space there.
Mirage just let the space close up a little too much.
Again.
That one's played through and a little too far for Joey Matus.
Overall, we have some moments here where we start combining and finding, start connecting some passes.
Back to the Grenadiers, number 13, Adrian Staniak.
Staniak makes his way back in. He
Back to the
contributed
Number 15, Josh Morrison.
to that first goal. Very solid player in that defense.
Some good pressure there up top. You kind of love to see it with only under 10 minutes still pressing.
Oh, that's a nice challenge there by Aguirre. And wow, he did very well there to single-handedly stop Arakawa.
Again, I'm excited to see what he has to offer here in the next couple of years. I mean, he's, been on varsity since last year. He just keeps getting better. He's just a strong defender. I think he's our strongest center back. Only a sophomore. You'd love to see it. Love to see it. I know Coach Stav is very excited for the future of the program, but they're focused on now. I think they're going to make a run. I think they're gelling. They're, like you said, they have that team feeling. So curious to see how they'll do here this post regular season.
Coach Stav said if you ask any of these players, give them the sentence starter, what game matters, every single one of them will answer the next one. That's all they care about right now is winning the next one, winning the next play, and just doing the best that they can in the moment, and then improving for the next game. And that's a winning clearance. Looks like Conant has descended into a back four. Maybe they were just out of position a bit.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Playing NC.
Kubala is just a little too long for him. There's 4-1 Elk Grove with 17 minutes left. Oh, and this might be a chance for Conant. And that's a wonderful piece of goalkeeping for Michael Mraz. It was Sogo Arakawa again, making a run in behind that Elk Grove defense, and this time it was one for Mraz to deal with, and he did it very well.
He gets himself in a nice position there, that player for Arakawa. Number 7 for the Cougars. He knows how to position himself pretty well to receive the ball and make those runs right there down the middle. He's a dangerous player there for the Conant Cougars.
Elk Grove might have some space here. It's Kubala
Yes.
playing through to nobody. That will easily be taken care of by Mattel. Hefty challenge, and finally a foul. Tried to play advantage, but that's confidently.
See what we got. I think it really looks like the Grenadiers are trying to get another goal here. They're still pushing for another one. And the Cougars are not letting up either. It's been back and forth here for the past 15 minutes. Some hard challenges.
Well, you have to figure the Conant hasn't really.
Back to the Grenadiers, number 24, Aiden Medina.
I mean, and they've threatened, but they haven't really done enough to score a second goal. So maybe Coach Stavropoulos feels like they don't have to park the bus because what they've got right now is enough.
They should just be moving it right. They should be moving the ball right now. Chris with some
Oh, that's a
good
nice
work.
job. Gonzalez might take a shot, and it's over.
Over, but good footwork. You see, Chris is actually one of Chris Gonzalez is a former player of mine growing up. When I had him as a little guy, he was 8, 9 years old. He's come a long way. You just see it, that talent that he has. He's been working hard. You'd love to see it.
I had the pleasure of having a few classes in my junior high career with Chris, and it was one thing is he hated being called Christian. That is not his name.
Yeah.
That's
Ooh!
It's
Miraz. Yeah, I thought he was gonna go for the bike there, side volley.
Miraz, like that left me speechless. I was not expecting that at all. It was he tried to sneak a fast one past Mittal and almost very, very nearly did it. 4 minutes left to go in this game. It's still 4-1.
There you go. See if they knock the ball around.
That one goes out.
Oh, bad touch there. Again, there's their most dangerous player there.
Pickpocketed. Tries to play through. Looked like Bro, and that goes out of play. Clock is down to 3.5 minutes now. And the clock is stopped. So we'll see what happens here. It's a substitution. And Haas comes off.
McKay returns for the Grenadiers.
McGarry, the senior, getting the last 3-ish minutes of senior night. That one is just a little too long for Martirano.
Handball.
Oh,
I didn't
handball,
call it.
and they missed it.
He's onside.
Oh,
He's
that's...
in. Oh, I don't know about that one. I'm seeing it was onside from here.
It was definitely very close.
I'd love to see the replay on that play. It looked like from here it was onside.
I need to get VAR out here.
Yeah. Well, there's definitely a need for referees, and there's definitely that new VAR technology that probably could be the future of some students or people interested in a career in that. It's growing. It's much bigger.
And who knows? Maybe in like 10 years or so, it'll be at the high school level.
Yeah, it's not at the college level yet, so.
Still
Well, we
a
never
ways to
know.
go.
I always think we had a nice.
This is a chance. McGarry. And that's
Try.
a great save by Mittal.
Yeah. We're under 2 minutes left in the entire game. 4-1 Elk Grove. Let's see if they're gonna get another one. I could see Miraz or Kubala getting on the back of this with they're tall. They're over 6 feet tall. Big boys. Let's see if they can get under behind that. Let's see what we got here.
Left-footed and well
It
defended
looks like
by
we're gonna have
Conant.
we have another corner here.
This is gonna be
Minute and a
corner.
half. We have another corner. Let's see if we get another one here in the last minute 15.
Barring a miracle, Elk
Little
Grove is gonna improve to 6-2-3 in the league. And,
That's fantastic.
12-3-3 overall.
I think if you talk to Coach Stav overall as a program, if you name it, it's varsity, JV1, JV2, freshman A, freshman B. We are a winning program, so it's you just love to see it. Everybody, I think the future is very bright, and the program continues to get larger. The Elk Grove Grenadier program continues to improve, and it's really exciting.
Well, when Coach Stavropoulos took over for Bob Shepard in 2017, he set out a goal, and it was to improve, and it was a lot like other athletic divisions in this school. He was just trying to improve, not necessarily trying to come out of the gates and win state in his first season, but just trying to maybe rebuild a struggling program, and he's done a very good job of doing that.
I'd have to agree. He's a pleasure to coach with.
The final seconds tick down, and that is going to do it. It's going to finish a Grenadiers victory 4-1 on senior night. A couple seniors, including Joey Blasco, were involved in the goal scoring, and Christian Diaz put away a penalty.
And Patrick McKenna, you can't leave him out. That he with two, just some great, fantastic goals tonight. It's been a pleasure working with you, and hopefully you all enjoyed this evening of soccer.
Well, at the end of the day, it finishes Elk Grove 4, Conant 1. A win for the good guys. Signing off, Gabe Newman.
And Edgar Rivera. Have a wonderful night.